Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. Sorry I didn't get to do a update yesterday, but pretty much the things did just the opposite of what I thought they would do. I thought that they would sell off a little bit on Monday and then rally back up and head on up to the big print of 1388. I still think we're going to hit that, but it looks like we're going to go down first and put in our channel. If you draw this line maybe and draw it up to here, I think we are going to go down at this point probably and test this 1340 area probably tomorrow after a little bounce, maybe in the morning, and then we're going to probably have a flush out, and that should be it for the down move, and then they're going to most likely continue up next week. I think what's going to happen is by Friday you're going to see it start to, Thursday and Friday you're probably going to start to see it turn around and start to go back up from the looks of things. It's getting obviously oversold right here on this 60-minute chart. As you can see here, it's pretty buried here on the MACDs and the MACD histogram bars, but the MACD themselves are not quite buried. They're still up here above zero. There's no guarantee that they're going to go down here to 5.0 or 7 or negative 7.5 or negative 10. Those moves typically do not happen until you get the daily rolling over. When you get the daily rolling over, confirming with it, pushing down on the market, then you're likely to see a really deep MACD moving averages there. But as you can see here on the daily, we're just now starting to roll over. There's no bearish cross here. It's just now starting to roll over. You would not expect this to just roll completely over. You would expect it to work its way down. And you know, just this one here is one, I think, a rarity really, because it just looked so smooth that it just come up here and just rolled straight over. But most of the time you end up putting some type of negative divergence in it. Look back at this one here and you can see how this area here is a little bit higher than this one, as it put in some type of negative divergence. See, it's common to see that even though that the market went higher in that situation. So, but here I don't expect it to just roll over and tank, is what I'm saying. I do expect it to dip down and then probably turn back up at some point. I don't know if it's going to go negative or not. I really doubt it. I really do. I just don't think we're there yet. This move was just too strong of an uptrend. So I really doubt that this is going to go negative. I think it's just going to go down here and at some point come back up and put in a lower histogram tower to put in a negative divergence. And that move will be the one that takes us up to the 1388 area for the fake print. Could go higher than that, of course, but we do know it's going to go there up to that point at least. So where would this go at the point? You can see, even though we've had a down move, this thing is barely went down. I mean, it's not like it's really given much strength to the bears at all. That's probably why the volume is still light. This is still up here in bull territory, and sure, it's got a bearish cross just starting down, but and same thing on the slow stochastics, but it's just not giving it any momentum on the downside yet. When it gets below 50, it really starts to head down. Then yeah, then you can really see a nice flush out. You look at it here, and you see it really tanked here with some volume back on this move with the flash crash. So yeah, and then of course the move down there was all below 50, as you can see. So that kind of gave me the idea that the bears were fully in control here. Here the bulls, I think, are still in control. This is just a controlled sell-off to form a channel. My thoughts are that we're going to have one more down day. Just looking back at some of these other moves here, they generally have 3 down days at least. Here's 3. Here's two, but that one was a top end. It closed positive. So from the peak to there, you know, it went down 3. Other moves here. This was a larger move, of course, that put in more days. But it just, I don't see it too often to where it stops at 2. I think we'll have one more down day, and then I think we're going to turn back up and put in a channel. So you've got this master line right here. If you draw it all the way up through right here, this puts you at looks like again at around the, now that actually could go a little deeper. Let's see if I draw the line right to there. That puts you right at the 50 moving average. That's way down. I don't think we're going to go that far. I really don't. I think that we're going to go probably right here and retest this around this 1340 area. I think that's going to be it. So you can see we're still in bull territory here on the RSI. We're curling over. We were up there at 70. We're down here to 63.95. If we get down here to 50 and go below, then yeah, the bears are in control. But right now we're just not there. So we are having a little sell-off. Tomorrow, I do think that in the morning we should roll back up as this 60-minute chart tries to roll back up. I don't think it's going to get all the way back up here before it takes a wave down. Generally, what you have at this point is you'll have it start to go up and get up just a little bit, and then you'll see the market kind of move up to put in a bear flag, and then it'll sell off, and then this will put in a lower high on, so basically it's going to look like it's forming a positive divergence. That's what I think is going to happen, but it'll have a flush out move to the downside at some time tomorrow. Is what I suspect will happen. And this here will look like it's going to curl up and fail and dip down. Probably, I don't see it going below negative 2.5. Again, when the daily chart is rolling over with this and pushing it down, then you're going to see the big negative 10 or negative 7.5. But right now the daily chart is still an uptrend, but just curling over it. So it's still got a lot of power in it. It's like trying to stop a train. It's slowing down, but it's not stopped and going backwards yet, and that's going to take a while to do. Same thing on the 30-minute chart. You can see it is pointing up. So what you really want to look for is this to go all the way up here on the full stochastics, to get up here at this point, and it looks like it's ready to roll over. At the same time, this 30-minute chart should go up here and put in a little positive histogram tower, either like this one or like this one. I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be very big, but I think it's going to be up there, and then it's going to roll over. When that happens, the 60 should be about halfway up. That's where you get the 60 putting in a higher low on the histogram tower and put in a positive divergence. But when it does do that move, the actual price level should have put in some type of bear flag, a slightly up move maybe to this area here, and then a down move. And it could just actually trade sideways. If it trades sideways, it's even more bearish. That's a really nice bear flag. But bear flags also go up in a slow motion, and then they just can't make it anymore, and they just collapse. Similar to this one here. So you see this down move, then you see chug, 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 trying to make it, then boom. This down move and slightly up is a bear flag. A prettier bear flag would be straight across. So, and it did fall down from that move. It went back up and fell down again. It finally got its footing. But so that's kind of what I'm expecting tomorrow, is a little bit up in the morning as this tries to curl up, makes it maybe halfway. At the same time, this one, the 30-minute, I suspect will get overbought, get ready to roll over. When it rolls over, I think that's when the market will make its move down and make a lower low from the bear flag that it will make. At the same time, I believe the full stochastics will probably get up here to 80 and ready to roll over if it gets that high, but I think it will. And The 15-minute chart, as you can see, it's just starting its uptrend. You should expect it to be up here and be overbought. At what level this gets up here, I don't know. Maybe like this. It's hard to speculate on that, but you should expect this to get up here to approach zero. I'm really going to time it from the 30-minute chart more than anything. And when it gets up there from on the 30-minute chart, this is the one I'll be looking at more than anything. When it gets up there and gets ready to roll over, be looking at the 15, seeing where it's at. If it's up here and putting in a nice histogram tower, and if this here's moved up to the 0 or slightly above it, ready to roll back over, and in combination with the full stochastics getting up here, being overbought, then there's your point to roll it over. This could happen within the first hour of trading, maybe, or first couple hours, first half of the day. I would estimate. 5-minute chart, you can see, is quite overbought. So there could, just based on the 5-minute chart, you could actually dip a little in the morning. Like this could be like an ABC move up, like A, B, and a C, and a C move up, take you to that 200 moving average, maybe 1360 area, and then maybe by noon, I'm just guessing, but it should be in the first half of the day we should see the rally, and then after that you should see it to start to roll over later in the day. That's what I think is going to happen. I think this will be the last down day, a flush out day for the bears, and then I think we'll have to redraw this line, and it'll be a channel, and I think they're going to take it up after that. So that's what I'm looking for. So that would be possibly going all the way down here to this 1340 area and testing this neckline. That would be the great support there if it makes it down that far. And that would be your flush out move. So this should probably make it up here to 50 or something before it start to roll back over, then finally curl back up later on the next day, Thursday, Friday. You might see Thursday put in just a spinning top kind of pattern, and then the rally come in on Friday. So, but the volume is just not supporting this as being a really big panic move. It seems very controlled, and we've seen these moves before. And we've also seen the moves, the fake outs that they did by that the Bin Laden garbage when they arrested Tim Osman, who is the real name for Bin Laden, CIA operative trained in the 70s, and his name is Tim Osman. Look it up. But so anyway, when they probably faked his death, I seriously doubt they really killed him, because he is Bush and Cheney's friend in the oil business. So I wouldn't be surprised that he's still alive, hanging out in some penthouse hotel somewhere. Anyway, when I did that news Sunday night, I thought we would fall down in the morning and then go back up and keep chugging until we got up to 1388. But I guess the market was just too weak, and so they timed that information. They released that information and rallied the market up quite a bit, capped it open on the market on Monday, and just sold it off and have been selling off all since. And we're still stuck in this channel, but we broke out of it here. So that's why I'm suspecting that it might curl back down here and hit that channel. You draw your line here for the channel, draw the lines there. It very well could roll back over, hit that, and launch back up for an ABC tomorrow to get up here in this area right here, and then sell off, maybe, like I said, down to 1340. But I think that's going to be it, and then I think we're going to have our up move, and we'll see. But I think we're going up to the SPY fake print to 1388. I still say we're going to do that. This head and shoulder, this is actually very typical. When you draw a line across, it's very typical for an inverse head and shoulders like this to break out and then back test the breakout. That's very common. Now, whether it's an inverse head and shoulder or whether it is a irregular head and shoulders, it back tests the breakout. So that's normal. Back test it and then rally on. I think we're going to get faked out this month. I really do. I think the month of May might turn out to be a bullish month as they push the market up, because everybody's expecting it to sell off in May. And then they might trick us and sell it off in June or July instead. Hard to say. Hard to look that far out, but you do have to look at the weekly. And you got to say that the weekly is definitely moving on up. I don't know at this point if it's going to go positive or if we're going to just roll over. It's a tough call on it, but since we still have to go up to the 1388 print, I guess at this point I'm going to have to say that we're probably going to go positive on this. Put in some, I don't know how many bars positive. If you could do the whole month of May, then you got at least 4 weeks of it. And you just have to see. But I'm not going to try to forecast that far out, because this could roll over at any time. We could have some type of event happen, whether it's this May the 5th with the flash crash again, or May the 6th, I'm sorry. I doubt it, but, don't put anything past them. Personally, I think that's too obvious. I just don't think that's going to happen. But anything is possible. So let's just keep this short term, and let's just look for a bounce tomorrow to get short on for what would probably be labeled as a wave C now, with a wave A, a B, a C. And inside this would be an A, B, C as well. But again, I'm not an Elliott wave person, so I'm just going to count this as a 2-wave move down and just leave it at that. So anyway, I will post on the blog. I'll be looking to get short. If it looks like it's ready to roll over, I'll be sure to post that there. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Alrighty, that's it, gang. Talk to you on the blog. See ya.